What is going on, everybody? Come to you on a Saturday to go ahead and break down the NBA Finals Game 2 on Sunday night. We wanted to go ahead and get this video out to you so you can go ahead and lock in some of these lines with us. I am JD from Line Movers. I got my main man Joe from Lay Off the Juice. How is it going, man?
Dude, pretty good, man. Feeling really good. Been killing PODs, but I dropped the last best bet from the last show. Naismith didn't get us there. His volume has just been through the toilet. He's not interested in scoring anymore. He's like a rebounder type guy. So it's
Yeah,
whatever, man.
definitely had plenty of those. um, yeah, my actual best bet also lost. We haven't both lost a best bet in the same day in quite a while, or I'm not sure if we ever have.
Besides the joint best bet, we had a joint
Well,
best bet.
well, right. Um, but yeah, the over also did not get there. Really, the first quarter is actually what really hurt that one there. The second half played out pretty much exactly how I was expecting the full game to. And actually, like if that would have been the full game, then that total would have flown by. So
Yeah.
it's just one of those things. But yeah, guys, we're here to talk about game two. But first off, I mean, we definitely have to recap a little bit of game one. Pacers going to OKC and steal game one on a Halliburton um, buzzer beater, kind of.
Yeah. Point three is close enough.
Yeah. Man, the man does it again. This is pretty nuts, man. Um, he just in those clutch moments right at the end of the game, he's just been during the whole playoffs. He's just been getting it done.
Bro. And you know why? It's
But
because he's not your traditional point guard. He doesn't care about scoring the ball. The Pacers beat you with team ball. And if you look at it, it was what we preached all postseason. Team ball will always beat individual. That's what happened. OKC turned into individual. And we
mhm.
gave you that game script. We said, hey, I think they're going to let SGA get his and stop everybody else. Essentially, how they did Denver, right? Oh, SGA had 38 points. But when it mattered, it came down to the wire. He finally missed a mid range, right? Halliburton didn't. Halliburton was still fresh. So, like, Halliburton has, I want to say outside of Jalen Brunson, Halliburton might be the most clutch player in the playoffs right now. Like,
I mean, yeah, as far as playoffs, like
fourth quarter
yeah,
need to
really,
close. He does
yeah.
not choke. That's when he scores. Like, he does not really look to score middle of the game. He gets his entire team involved. And if you don't believe me, just look at the box score. It shows you. The Pacers had 24 assists. OKC only had 13. Like, that tells you what you need to know. The rebounding battle. The Pacers, that had to be the game plan. They had 43 defensive rebounds to OKC 29. Offensive rebounds, they had 13 to OKC's 10. They dominated the rebounds, they passed the ball, they played as a team. If you go back and look at every game, you're not going to see the same leading scorer for the Pacers. That's because they changed their offensive game plan is geared around take what the defense gives you. Sometimes it could be Pascal Siakam. Sometimes it could be Andrew Nembhard. I mean, it could be Halliburton. It doesn't matter. Like, they don't really care about that. They care about winning, and it shows. Like, truly unselfish basketball, man. I'm here for it. I love to see it. The other thing is, I think there's a ton of value. Like, again, we said this series is going to be a lot closer than people expect because of the style of these two teams. The Pacers, in my mind, had little room for error. That's not what I saw game one. I saw the Pacers turn the ball over every time I looked up, and yet they still won the game. Do you realize that they led far as leader of the game? OKC dominated the entire 46, 47 minutes.
Yep.
The Pacers literally only lead was at the end of the game. Like, they are comfortable with playing from behind. They do not quit. They will not quit. Looking at the points in the paint, OKC dominated just like we said they would. 46 points in the paint to the Pacers 34. So the Pacers shot a higher percentage. Points off of turnovers, right? Points given up off turnovers. OKC only gave up 4 points all game. That is, you would think they have won. The Pacers only gave up 11. So what they did was they stopped OKC's second primary way of scoring. The primary way for OKC to score is inside the paint. The second way is off of turnovers. Well, they limited that. So then that made OKC have to use their offense to generate points and not their defense. And I think we saw that's where OKC struggled. Looking at total turnovers, OKC only had 7 turnovers all game. 4 of those turned into points. Meanwhile, the Pacers had 25 turnovers, and they still won the game. Like, how does that make sense? You would not think that the team with the most turnovers, right, would win that game, but they did. And honestly, I told people I was scared to take 9.5. We had Ben come out and say money line plus 350, which I didn't talk him off of it. I said, yo, I would take the 9.5. The 9.5 was an easy clear, but that said all that to say this, I'm definitely on Pacers 11.5. I'm locking it in now because I do see it getting steamed down to like 9.5, just like game 1. So I think that's my first play on this game.
Okay. Yeah, to pull us into this game, the Joe just did it for us. Thunder are laying 11 points now. It's already started steaming down. It's already down to 10.5. At actually some spots, the total is actually starting to make its way up to 28.5 now. Yeah, man, just like you said, Pacers did not play well, and they still won that game. I mean, then again, I don't think that was the Thunder's best. But when you look at certain categories, like you just said in the box score, no, you would have thought OKC would have comfortably have won that game. But
any other team, that's a double-digit win, dude. Any other team, that's a double-digit win.
And just like you said, the Pacers, man, they just get punched. They get punched. They get punched. But they stay in there, man, and actually, like, they just fight back. For me, I am going a different direction than you on this game. But as far as the Pacers and the points, I'm with you in the fact that I can make a strong case to be able to back them in the points here. To me, in this game, though, Thunder off of losses, they have done really well, especially in the playoffs when, as far as the same thing happened to them as far as actually Denver came there in the exact same thing in game 1, right at the end of the game, stole that game. It happened the same way. And then
was that the Aaron Gordon dunk game? I think
I believe so.
But it was right at the buzzer though.
So. Yeah, right at the buzzer. And then they came back in game 2 and just annihilated them. Beat them by almost like 40 points.
Yeah.
It was something crazy. And if nothing else, I think we see the Thunder put up points here. I was debating whether going first half or either actually full game, but I decided with this being the Pacers team, and with defense, like I said, I don't trust them, so I just want to have them on the full game. So what I'm doing here is taking the full game, the Thunder full game team total over 119.5. This is one that I would go ahead and lock in because this total as a whole, I see it still being bet up because that game 1, as you could tell by the second half, I don't know if that was just game 1, kind of some nerves, some stuff like that going on. This is the finals, like that first quarter especially, but first half it didn't play how it didn't play how the rest of the game played, and just how we know the series is going to play. So that's why I think we see this total starting to be bet up, and I think it will still be bet up more. And then, like you said, I think the Pacers are actually going to be bet down. So when all of that comes into effect, this Thunder team total is going to end up going up also.
Yeah.
So that is a play at 119 and a half that I would go ahead and bet. I could still see this being a close game. Matter of fact, the full game over. I mean, I kind of still like that again too.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm here. I
I
like
just,
that even more.
I personally just feel like out of any certain squad on either one of these teams, I feel like the Thunder offense versus the Pacers defense, I feel like I know more of what I'm going to get there,
Oh yeah.
especially down 0-1 in this game that, well, they now need. um, so that's just how I got to this pick. Like I said, if you wanted to give me the Pacers plus points, like I said, I like don't mind that whatsoever. Like I said, I personally like to myself made a strong case. Like that was almost like my play. But then after just digging in a little bit more, I kind of like this side just actually like a little bit more. But anyway, yeah, Joe, do you have anything else here?
I feel like we gotta talk about the box score and what the hell happened game one. OKC switched up their starting lineup where they took Isaiah Hardenstein out. Like, what was that
Yeah.
about? Like, to me, they were trying to match up with the Pacers instead of playing their type of game. Chet Holmgren only had 6 points. Mind you, the first 2 games early in the regular season, Chet didn't play against the Pacers, which is why we're saying you're not comparing apples to apples. I figured Chet would be way more dominant, but what I saw with my own 2 eyes was that Miles Turner and Pascal Siakam were far too dominant and physical for Chet and Hardenstein. And I think their coach knew that, and that's why they pulled Hardenstein out and tried to play small ball. Carson Wallace was good, don't get me wrong, but you had 2 starters that only have 6 points. Meanwhile, you look at the Pacers, every single starter is in double digits, including Obi Toppin off the bench. So, like, Obi Toppin off the bench had 17, right? That is the same as Jalen Williams, who started, and more than every other starter on the OKC squad. More than any other person, actually, because SGA had 38. Obi Toppin came off the bench for the Pacers and had the same as Jalen Williams and more than everybody else on OKC. So again, the depth of the Pacers it's legit. Lou Dort, he did something he's hardly ever done. He's never shot 5 from 9 from 3. Like, right? You would assume that a guy that you normally never get points from dropped 15. Like, and you still lost. Like, that lets me know that the Pacers game plan worked. We said this game is gonna go at least 6 games or 5 games at least. And then we also said the Pacers needed to steal game 1 or 2. That's exactly what happened. They stole game 1. And they didn't play their best ball. That's the scary part. They made more errors than you would assume. Like the amount of the turnover differential, you would have just known that OKC blew them out by double digits.
Man, just the turnovers in the first half.
Yeah,
like you were sitting there thinking at first for a little while, you're like, damn, this is about to get ugly.
Yeah, they only had 20 points in the first quarter. I'm looking like, oh, what I said is gonna age bad. Like 20-29, that game had blowout written all on it. But at every quarter, guess what happened? The Pacers got better and better and better. We know from betting the Pacers team total, the Pacers will come out and give you a 15-point quarter and still hit a 210 or a 110 team total. Like, we know that about them. They had 20 in the first, 25 in the second, 31 in the third, 35 in the fourth. They literally got better every quarter. And now they're going into game 2. So to me, what that shows is The other thing that they did, which nobody else has done, and I don't know why, they targeted SGA because they were like, we're not going to let you just load up on offense and not have to defend anybody. So I think targeting SGA and pick and rolls and making him work harder on defense, I think that may have contributed to the, end of the game mid-range miss because he had to work hard on both sides of the ball. Like, they didn't just settle for, oh, it's SGA. He's all great. He's all this. He's all that. No, they literally tried to take away everyone else. Like, if Jalen Williams doesn't show up, this game too could get ugly, man. Like, Jalen Williams needs at least 20 points for OKC because we know SGA is going to do close to 40. But if Jalen Williams doesn't show up, it's over with. Like,
well, just like I said in like the first game preview, and then as far as the series preview, this is what I was hoping for game one. Yeah. I said I either wanted it to be super close or either like I wanted the Thunder to like really blow them out. So then in game two, we could come back and have a better play. And there's what happened. To be honest, the line is not as good as I thought it was going to be. I thought we were going to be able to get a better line.
Like the books are 5 or something.
The books are heavy on the Thunder are still the way better team. Which is, I mean, like I said, by like numbers, like I have to yes, like I agree there. But there's just something in this playoffs about this Pacers team, and sometimes just numbers.
It don't matter.
It doesn't matter sometimes. So as far as the books and the number, I mean, I understand why it's at like this, but to me, this is the game. This is the game that's going to show us. Okay, are the Pacers actually that good? Can the Pacers just they don't have to win it? Can they just keep it close? If they can keep this game close, there tells me a whole lot. If they win it, then I mean that obviously tells us, I mean, a whole lot. Yeah. But if the Thunder come out here and actually can cover this number, and I mean, like 11 points. If you're covering that, like I wouldn't necessarily call it a blowout, but you're definitely getting to that point. Depends on how much you cover it by. So that's why I think this game is gonna. This is what really shows us like what's up here.
But see, this is my thing. Why did it take so long for us to put respect on the Pacers' name? They came out, they beat Milwaukee. We said, we made excuses. We said, oh, that's because Dame was hurt. Dame didn't get hurt in game 3.
Yeah.
They beat Milwaukee convincingly. They won the first 2 games outright. They were double-digit like dogs almost. Then we said, well, there's no way in hell they beat Cleveland. Guess what happened? They beat Cleveland. Yep. Then everybody said, oh, this is the next year. They haven't been good since the 90s. They got the better team, the better. Guess what happened? Knicks weren't hurt. They beat the Knicks. Now they're in the finals. And everybody said 4-1. Literally everybody in the world almost was like 4-1. 4-0. It could be a sweep. It's not even going to be close. They won game 1 outright. And it's like, we're still not putting value on the Pacers. It's like, yo, the Pacers is where the books, in my mind, I like to look at futures, right? The Pacers were plus 1,200 to win the series. That is insane. Yeah. Like, they got there. Like, now they're plus 475. So you want to talk about huge overreaction. I don't think they win this series. Like, let's not be all the way out there, right? But I do think this series is going to be closer than people want to admit. Like, I think the Thunder win this series, but that double-digit stuff, I don't know. I'm not buying it. I'm not saying the Pacers are not good enough to cover double digits. Like,
question for you. Yeah. If, say the Pacers come out and they do what they've done the entire playoff season so far, and they steal game 2 also. Shit. What are you doing then, or actually, what are you thinking then?
I am blindly betting whatever the spread is on OKC. I don't care. Listen, if they go up 2-0 in this series, right, it seems crazy to be even entertaining this thought. but they've done it every series. They've won games 1 and 2 outright.
Yeah.
No matter what the spread was, right? If they win game 2 in OKC, I am blindly betting the OKC spread for game 3. Like
At that point, I also think that we
I
get as far as the series number, we should get a playable number there also, because
oh,
down 2-0 and then going on the road, that should be a playable number, and I am definitely betting that also. Uh,
yeah.
so, you know,
But
Bucks.
the
But
Pacers have always been a better road team, right? They've always been a better road team. At home, like there's no way they go up 3-0. Like we not even entertaining that. But like, dude, 2-0, I'm blindly betting OKC. I don't care. That's one of those bets where I don't care if I win or lose. I just have to play it because there's no way in the world I see a game script OKC going down 3-0. Like, if I lose, I lose. But like that spread is probably still gonna probably be ridiculous, but I'll take it at that point.
I
Like
mean, it's like gonna come. I mean, it's gonna
it
be down.
has to come down to like 7.5.
That's still high, man, because you're
I,
switching from home to on the road, so you have that number switched there, and
yeah.
then the Pacers just beat them out, like actually outright twice. So no, you're looking at I would think on the road they'd be laying like 4.5.
Oh, I'm slamming 4.5.
Right, right, yeah,
I'm 4.5. I'm putting McDonald's, Pizza Hut, Burger King, and Papa John's money on it. I'm adding all 4 of those up. Like,
man. At that, I'm like putting the mortgage. I'm putting the
exactly.
yeah. But anyway, man, yeah, that was a cool little talk there. Yeah, I was just wondering if we were going to be on the same page there, and
Oh
we
yeah.
we like definitely are. So, but anyway, man, let's go ahead and get into a little best bets here for Game 2 of the NBA Finals. Joe, what is your best bet?
I'm going with Obi Toppin over 1.5 3-pointers made at plus 135. This dude, like his 3-point attempts have not been shot all series, all playoffs, really. Let's see. He hit 5 3-pointers last game. I don't think he does that again, but 2 is not hard to ask. Last game he matched up with OKC. He came off the bench. He shot 6. He hit 2. Like the guy's not. He's not one of those people that's afraid to shoot the ball. And with Aaron Naismith not really being an offensive threat that I thought he would be, Obi Toppin has definitely stepped in and filled in that void. The Pacers knew that their half court offense was not where it needed to be to beat OKC. And you could see that in the first quarter, right? OKC tried to slow it down, make them beat them in the half court. And then that's when, towards the end of that first quarter, they subbed in Toppin and said, yo, we need you to shoot. And he came in, and my God, did he shoot. Like, and think about it. If you were OKC, this dude's coming off the bench. He's not Halliburton. He's not Pascal. He's not Miles Turner. I'm letting him shoot. Like, a lot of his threes were very wide open and uncontested, which is very unlike OKC. They're like top 5 at guarding the 3-point line in the NBA. So they let Tampa shoot, and he shot. So you're gonna give me 2 at plus 135. I'm smacking it.
Yeah, man. The value to me, that is definitely a good value play, and I will be riding with you on that one. I think everybody will be able to tell what mine is. Mine is that OKC team total over 119.5. I think no matter what happens in this game as far as the spread goes here, that the Thunder will get over this. I'm expecting them to be more in like the 125 range here. So yeah, those are our best bets up on the screen. Once again, we are recording and getting this out Saturday morning, actually. So gives you plenty of time to go ahead and lock these plays in, guys. The game will be Sunday night, right?
Yeah, I think it's at 7. I'm not sure.
Okay, yeah. So yes, they are taking 3 days off here. So as far as both teams will be rested and have plenty of time to game plan. So but anyway, yeah, man, that was a fun show.
Yeah.
We will be seeing y'all soon. The next game after that, I believe, is not until Wednesday night. So I'm sure we will actually see y'all before then with probably a little baseball show. At actually some point here in the next few days. But yeah, we will be seeing y'all soon. Joe, take us out.
Like my boy DJ Khaled said, you either win with us or watch us win. Either way, let's fucking win, baby.
Let's fucking win, guys. Later.